I'm Anita. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another unboxing of Eureka Crystal Beads collection. This was a collection I purchased about a month ago. It's called Blush Meadow Beads Collection. These particular unboxings I'm doing are orders that I've placed. It's not a subscription-based collection. Eureka Crystal Beads puts out different themes every month or so, and they have a different color palette, and they just have some absolutely beautiful collaborations that they put together on their collections. So I'll have a link in the description box where you can check that out if you're curious to see what they offer. Their prices are pretty reasonable, and I've been happy with them. There's a lot of other beaders that use this particular vendor, and they always have some really top quality stuff in their collections. So let me get this unboxed and we'll go through this together. So I've got it open, but I haven't looked yet to see what's inside. So let's take a peek together. They always have it well packaged in bubble wrap and tissue paper, and they also include a photograph for the theme that they base their color palettes on. So let's take a look and see what this particular month looks like. Ooh, look at that. Aren't those beautiful colors? I see lots of hints of pinks. And there's the photograph. Wow, isn't that beautiful? A lot of soft pastels. It looks like orange and pink colors that we're going to be putting these together. So let's take a look and see what's inside. So they have this package, and they have it in another package, really padded well, so you know you're not going to get any damage in your shipment. And they also include a little inspiration paragraph. So this one is, the air is warm and still, carrying the faint rustle of grass and the gentle hum of crickets and bees. Soft pastels bloom in the early morning light, blush pink, dusky violet, and golden peach shades blending into the quiet embrace of dawn. Every blade of grass, every dewdrop catches the glow, brushed with the warmth of a new day. Here in this tranquil meadow, color flickers and drifts like a sigh, delicate, fleeting, and full of quiet joy. Well, isn't that a meditative description of their color palette for this month? Very pretty. So they also include an itemized list of what you're getting. Everything's labeled, and you have your SKU numbers here if you decide you'd want to order more of the same with all of your descriptions. So let me get these all in order. We're going to start with our seed beads first and go down the list. All right, so for our first tube of beads, these are, the color is matte metallic khaki iris. These are 15-0 seed beads, very pretty, and it's a total of 10 grams in this tube, if you can see the color there. Very pretty. I'm not going to take these out because I'll have them all over the place. Very generous amount. Let's check and see what our next tube is. Now this is our next tube, and it looks like shades of pink. These are Miyuki Round 11-0 seed beads, and this is a 10-gram tube. Let's see what the color is. The color on these is a dyed hot pink, silver-lined alabaster. Very pretty. So I can bring those up so you can see those. Absolutely gorgeous. For our next tube, these are called Sparkling Lined Tutti Frutti, and it's a mix. Definitely looks very fruity. These are Miyuki Delica 11-0s. It's a 7.6 gram tube, and look at the color variations in there. Definitely looks like some berry colors in there. Very pretty. And you get quite a few. They're very generous with their tubes. All right, let's see what's next. For our next set of beads here, these are Toho round, size 11/0, and these are perma finish. The color is galvanized sweet blush. It's a 2.5-inch tube, and it almost looks like a metallic pink. Hard to tell from here because this looks like galvanized gold, but it's more like a metallic pink. Very pretty. For our next strand, these are Toho rounds, size 8/0. The color is opaque pastel frosted shrimp. Definitely has that soft pink color there. Very pretty. And this is a 2.5-inch tube. Good quality. Toho and Miyuki are the top two brands for seed beads. All right, let's see what's next. All right, for our next set of beads, these are Toho demi rounds, size 8/0, in a 2.5-inch tube. Another very soft pastel looking color. These are called crystal brush lined. Very pretty. All right, let's see what's next. All right, those were our seed beads. Now we're going to look at our check fire polish beads. These are 4mm check fire polish. Absolutely beautiful colors. These are a matte metallic bronze iris. And you get a strand of 50. Very pretty. And these are 4mm, if I didn't mention that. Our next set of strands are a milky pink check fire polish. It's called Milky Pink, and it's a 6mm faceted. Very pretty. Look at that. Got an interesting shimmer to it. Now this was a strand of 25, I believe. Yes, that's correct. Strand of 25. Very pretty. All right, our next tube, these are check glass super duos, and that is a 2-hole bead, 2 by 5mm. It's a 2.5-inch tube. And the color is matte rosaline, AB. Let's see if we can take these out so you can see them closer. Very pretty. You can see the very subtle AB finish there on these super duos. Very pretty. All right, let's see what's next. For our next set of check beads, these are 2-hole ginkgo leaf glass beads, 2.5-inch tube. And the color is Bondel Coral. Aren't those beautiful? And that is a 2-hole bead. And the ginkgo has an interesting shape. Let's see if I can get these out without spilling them everywhere. Almost looks like candy. Very interesting shape there. See if you can see that. And there's the 2 holes. Very pretty. And it's kind of a matte finish to these. Very cute. All right, let's see what's next. All right, let's see if you can see these clearly. These are our crystals. These are Krakovsky crystals. And this first set here, it's an accent mix. You get a pack of 12. So you can see the different shapes that they've included. You've got a couple of square, rounded square shape, kind of a lavender with an AB finish. Aren't those beautiful? And then they have a couple of large oval pinks. And these are smaller ovals of the same. But this is more of an orange, like an orange sherbet color. And then we have some 8mm chatons here. We have pinks and lavenders, it looks like. Those are just beautiful. Very nice mix of colors, and you can make some very beautiful pieces with this. All right, that's our mix for Krakowski crystals, and let's see what's next. Next we have a strand of pearls. These are 3mm in size. Krakowski crystal round pearls. You get a strand of 135 pearls, and the color looks like an iridescent cream. Absolutely beautiful. Very nice quality. All right, let's see what's next. For our next item, we have another beautiful strand of pearls. These are a larger size. 8mm strand of 50. Look at the luster on these, just gorgeous. Very pretty. And these are also iridescent cream, so you're getting the same color in quite a variation of size, 3mm to 8mm. Very nice to get the same color like that in 2 different sizes. This will make for excellent bead weaving projects. So keep watching my channel and you get to see what I make with some of this gorgeous beads. Let's see what's next. For our next set of items here, these are Preciosa crystal bicones, 4mm, and it's a mix of colors. And it looks like they're giving us a pack of 72 4mm bicone crystals. Just beautiful. Some of them have a milky opaque color, and then some are crystal pink. You've got some light blues, almost like an opal color. Just gorgeous. All right, let's see what's next. For our next set of crystals, these are Chinese crystal rondelle beads. They measure 3 by 2mm, and this is a very long strand, 3 by 2mm, and that looks like a very off-white color. These are called alabaster luster. Very nice. All right, let's see what's next for findings. To start, we have this beautiful toggle clasp, and this is a round leaf 16mm set. It's called Gleam Craft. Very good quality, and it has an etched design on both sides. Very pretty. All right, let's see what's next. For our next item, we have another set of Gleam Craft is the brand, and these are Charm Ethnic Triangles, 16 by 18mm. And you could use these to make a beautiful pair of earrings. Now it has a smooth back on this side and etching at the top of this side. You've got 3 little loops here at the bottom and your loop at the top. Very good quality. All right, let's see what's next. For our next item, we have the most adorable little charms. These are bead charms, 16 by 10mm. The brand is Gleam Craft. Aren't those cute little bees? You could see the detail of the wings, and the back is smooth. But feeling the workmanship on this, these are excellent quality. That'll make an adorable pair of earrings. All right, let's see what's next. Well, this is always nice to have. Our next item are jump rings, 6mm, 19 gauge. You get a pack of 50. And these are open jump rings. Very nice. It's always nice to get findings. Okay, let's see what's next. For our next item, and actually our last item, we've got a set of 2 pairs of French ear wire hooks. Very nice. These are flat French with a 2mm ball. They measure 19 by 16 millimeter in the gold tone. Very nice quality. And that's it for earring findings. I also received a free gift item, so I'll show you that next. Alright, here's the last item, and it was my freebie gift from Eureka Crystal Beads. And they always include something very nice with your order when you do place an order with them. Ooh, let's see what that is. I got something that's wrapped in another bag here. Free stuff. Very cute. It's in a very nice little organza bag. Let's see if I can get this open. They packaged this well. Oh, I see it's tied. Did it so you can't open it. To cut it open. Alright, they packaged this so well. Had to use a pick to open this. Now let's see what's inside. So I finally got this open. Had to use an extra tool to get that unraveled, but look at all the goodies they sent me for a free gift. Goodness. Was not expecting that. It's very nice to get freebie stuff. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, look at those beautiful ruby red teardrop crystals with a center drill. Wow, those are huge. Look at that. I got 3. Very nice gift. Let's see what else they sent me. These look like some kind of metallic beads. Aren't those cute? They look like shells, seashells, or snail shells, with different iridescent colors. And let's see where the hole is on these. Hole goes down the middle. Those are so cute. Very nice. And they also sent me, looks like 2mm bicone crystals. Wow. Very generous gift. Look at that. Got quite a few here. Those will come in real handy. And I believe those are 2mm. They look pretty small. And then I got 2 more items they sent me. If I can get this open. These are drops, and the hole is side drilled, looks like. It's a teardrop and I guess you would call this, they're black, very shiny, very pretty teardrops with a side drill. And then they also sent me these flat rhinestone crystals with flat back. You would glue these on. Oh my gosh, those are just gorgeous. Look at the shine on that. So those are my freebie items. So let me get this all arranged and we'll wrap it up. Alright, this wraps it up for today's unboxing with Eureka Crystal Beads. And I just love this photograph that they based their inspiration on. It was just gorgeous. So this wraps it up. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and thank you for joining me today. There will be links in the description box with all the products unboxed today. So feel free to check out Eureka Crystal Beads website. If you're not a subscriber, I hope that you do subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I upload new videos. And I want to thank all of you who have subscribed and you keep coming back to watch my videos and like and comment. I really appreciate your loyalty. I also have a website where I sell my own jewelry. Feel free to check that out, and I do have periodic sales throughout the year, so keep a watch. And I hope that you all have a wonderful week. Happy beading, and I'll see you next time.